Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. 104.5 The Zone. You've got Brent Doherty, and you've got this guy, Ron Slay.
What's happening?
Oh, Rocky Top.
Woo!
This kind got no room.
I really think we're a
This
wrestling
kind
show.
got no room.
We are.
No room.
We need to wear, like, spandex
No
and,
room.
like,
No room.
How you know I ain't got no
onesies.
How you know I ain't got no spandex?
I can't really hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Kirby, I could be turned up a little bit, Kirby.
Kirby, man. So we are on location. We're in Winchester, Tennessee, Franklin County.
Yeah, now I
home
can hear me.
of Philip Fulmer, among other people.
One of the greatest offensive linemen.
Oh, I hear you now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I'm in here.
All right.
Now
I see
we
you.
live. Oh, we live.
Just over an hour from Nashville, especially if Kirby's driving and he doesn't go too far.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go far to know where you're going to make sure you go back to where you're going to.
I hate backtracking.
You like that?
No.
You don't.
You're trying to confuse me early.
Hey, man.
In this show.
You know what today is, though, Yoram?
Today is the day that Dawn Davenport is by her pool.
This is true.
She is not here.
I wish I was in her neighborhood. I'd ride by on a bike with a couple of eggs just to try to spoil her good time.
Throw the eggs at the house?
No, at her.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm hoping it hit her. That's what I'm hoping for. But y'all don't do that, kids,
Yeah, you're choosing violence today.
Yeah, most definitely. But it is Trash Talk Friday.
It is Trash Talk Friday. You got some trash to talk?
Wait,
did Tennessee and Vandy play in baseball yesterday?
Hey, look, man, it was something like a game because officials, umpires were there, a crowd was there, they kept score, and the number one team in America decided to show up and go play against a rival, and Christian Capozzi, he's a big fan of theirs, and this was one of the first times Christian Capozzi really didn't say anything to me about this game, you know what I mean? So I got a piece on my, I would like to say something to Christian Capozzi. You know what I like to say to you, Capozzi?
That you have pizza on your shirt?
Yeah, I do have that. And everybody else that's out there listening that runs around with the V on their hat that looks like Villanova, Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. That's right. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Y'all went down, Candy. Y'all went down, baby. Corbs, I love you, but you got to go back and get it together, man. Listen, don't come out here stomping with the big dogs if you ain't got a leash to put on that dog. We roam around out here. We tame. We know what to do. This is our land.
Corp seems really frustrated.
He is kind of frustrated. There's some things going on over there.
We'll get to that in a minute. But you know what's funny about the woo that just happened?
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of people out here at 20 Creeks Marina on this floating restaurant.
Yes.
That are enjoying some food and some libations.
This is correct.
But we're around the corner from them.
This is correct, too.
They can't really see us.
No, they just hear us.
They heard you sing Rocky Top.
Yeah.
And they chimed in with the woo.
And see, that's what you got to really love about Vol Nation, man. Like, you can be in the dark. Wandering in the dark, and there's no light to be found.
Boy, I think Vol football fans been wandering in the dark.
We have, man. We have. But when that orange light cut on, man, and you hear that Rocky Top blaring, everybody comes and they join arms, and we all go to the top of the mountain where we belong, Capozzi. That's where we belong, on top, Rocky Top. You hear me? Go Vols. Woo! Trash Talk Friday, baby. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Babs.
Babs going to chime in with a little go Vols from time to time today?
Yes. Ain't nothing wrong
man,
with that.
for a second, I thought the Woo Girls followed us out here to Thames Ford Lake. Woo!
That was on point, too, man.
Can you imagine? Or they get on their little scooters or whatever and ride down 24?
Well, they come out here on the Pedal Tavern.
Man, speaking of, I was on Music Row yesterday, leaving the radio station, and I'm driving down. I got a green light. Here come two drunk dudes on two different scooters. There was one, and he goes flying through. Like, if I wouldn't have seen him and slammed on my brakes, I would have hit him.
Just tap him.
And he started yelling at me. And then he started yelling at his friend behind him, so I knew there was another one.
Yeah.
So I stopped, and this guy started yelling at me. They're all yelling at me. And I'm like, I've got the green light.
You're wrong, not me.
Y'all got a red light.
Listen,
and the guy turns around and he goes, why are you getting so mad? I'm like, because you almost died.
You're playing.
Why aren't you mad? I think you need to elevate your emotion to match mine.
Maybe he was thinking you need to elevate your friedness to match his.
Yeah, might be right. Tennessee hammered Vanderbilt yesterday. What was the final?
10-1.
10-1, yeah.
Yep.
Ball fans. And Capozzi, noted Vanderbilt fan here in our promotions department.
This is correct.
Who was on site here at Twin Creeks Marina, did point out, he said, man, Vol fans were on it yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, meaning what? And he goes, every time the whistler tried to whistle, they would say, go Big Orange.
That was beautiful.
So he would, go, and they would go Big Orange.
That's
so then he stopped.
Oh, wait a minute.
They got him to stop.
Hold on.
So now I read a tweet from Wes Rucker, who is in Hoover, and said, Vol fans are doing it again today. He said they don't play for 6 hours.
They just down.
They're trying to shut down the Vandy Whistler.
Hey, man, I'm going to be real. That's why they don't want us to be good. Because they know, listen, in an event like this, a tournament, we're there all day long.
Because Tennessee fans are obnoxious.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And that's about traveling in the dark so long, man.
What is the most obnoxious fan base?
Oh.
615-737-1045.
That's a good question.
Most obnoxious. I'm not talking about worst fan base.
No.
I'm not talking about best fan base.
Not at all.
I'm talking about most obnoxious fan base. And really, to see the obnoxiousness and to feel the obnoxiousness, whatever fan base of that school, they have to be pretty good at something, right?
Right.
Yep. I think Tennessee qualifies because they pop up and they'll have a big win now and then. They're good in basketball. They're good in baseball. But, they pop up. When they pop up, there's a little window of obnoxiousness.
It's a lot of
and I can say that. My name's on a building up there.
That's right.
You played up there.
Yeah, and I like to pop up, just like them. You know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say obnoxious. I'm gonna have to go with Texas. Reason being.
Are you talking about Acho at the Super Bowl?
A little bit. Because they got a little bit of the Tennessee in them where they haven't been good either, but they still try to make themselves relevant. And it's like, come on, dude, nobody's even thinking about you. Kind of like what Tennessee was.
Which is what they're saying about Tennessee.
Yeah, but now we got something to back up the way we talking. Texas still ain't got nothing to back up the way they talking, but they still feel like they are at the top of the mountain. They just don't know that's a play mountain. Nobody's over there. That's the kid mountain. All the grown-ups and adults are at the big mountain. That's what we are. But they still over there screaming, and nobody's paying them attention. So I think Texas. I think the bandwagon Alabama fans, too, at times.
Just the bandwagon.
Yeah, just the bandwagon. I don't really think they're obnoxious.
The Bama fans that were fans during Mike Dubose, Mike Price, Dennis Franchione, those years.
Okay.
And stuck through it.
Yes.
They're okay.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love because them the ride or dies.
Respect.
Yeah. Not the ones when Saban got there, they all jumped on, kind of like the Tom Brady stigma or vibes they got around. Every Tom Brady left New England, now he in Tampa, now they Tampa fan. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all. But they pretty obnoxious. I don't think Florida – is Florida obnoxious? Florida get obnoxious.
They were in the 90s.
There you go. You're right.
Gator chomp thing.
You're right about that.
They were throwing urine on people, remember, back in the day?
There's something wrong with that.
They were getting after it.
Yeah. Are we the most obnoxious fan base?
I don't know. People are weighing in. 615-737-1045. Hibb says, at Brent Doherty, at Ron Slade 35, it's Georgia. Any fan base where grown men bark at other grown men, it's always that.
Ooh. Steven Snyder weighed in. He said Arkansas. The woo pig suet, that's obnoxious. So anytime they're winning, they're going to do that.
No, they do it when they're losing, too.
It's even more obnoxious then.
I mean,
also they
Arkansas fan, they're in it no matter what.
So they're obnoxious. I mean, there ain't no
respectfully obnoxious, maybe. Gary says most obnoxious fan base tied between Alabama football frontrunners and Kentucky basketball frontrunners.
Oh,
there is that strange combo out there.
It is. I know where you're going.
Bama football, Kentucky basketball fan, like they're the same guy.
And see,
they're out there.
And see, and them the people that need to be waterboarded the most. those people right there, the people that are rocking around with Alabama and Kentucky, Alabama football, and you're a Kentucky basketball fan. You honestly. I need to see if we can get in touch with, what's my man's name that's flying to the moon? He want to go live on the moon for a little while.
Oh, John Glenn.
Is that him?
No.
I'm like, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get Elon Musk to get all the Alabama basketball, and they think they're Alabama football and Kentucky basketball
Take 'em
combined.
all there.
Take them with him to the moon because they belong up there.
Start a new colony?
Yeah, and play up there. Play basketball on the football field since they so, you know what I mean? They're so mixed up about their fandom. Well, Elon Musk take them up there and let them have a good time.
All right, this was not on the docket today, but most obnoxious fan base, you want to
We need to know this.
737-1045. People weighing in on Twitter at 3HL1045. If you need to get waterboarded, Twin Creeks Marina and Resort Village is your place.
They got a lot of water.
TwinCreeksTN.com. Just over an hour away from Nashville. Nashville's Hidden Lake Getaway in Winchester on Timms Ford Lake. Miles of hiking trails, waterfront RV resort. Waterfront, that's an RV, Clark.
It was a
Waterfront
RV.
cottages. And we're sitting on a restaurant with 8 televisions. You can watch your favorite games, live music, full bar, 45-minute boat ride from one side of the lake to the other. 241 miles of shoreline. Twin Creeks Village has more than 500 home sites. This is where we are until 6 o'clock, celebrating this Memorial Day weekend on the front end on a Friday. 615-737-1045. Don't forget, it is Trash Talk Friday. If you got some trash to talk, Slay and Brent are here for you. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 this hour. 4-5 this zone, broadcasting live in Winchester, Tennessee, Twin Creeks Marina. You need to check this place out, man. It's phenomenal. And this restaurant is floating.
Float on.
It's got anchors and stuff around, around the perimeter. I suggested that we lift them all up and just see where we go.
Yeah, I don't, how will we get back? That's the whole thing.
Well, swim.
Oh, no, we don't need to do that. Not right now.
You seem like a boat guy to me, man.
I know. I'm out there in the water. I'm with being out there in the water now. I'm like a shark. Sometimes I may not even come up for a while, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I might just stay down there.
Yeah.
You got to watch me.
You can hold your breath.
You got to keep your eye on me. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Floating trampoline park for kids. I saw
that's
it.
The fun thing.
It's around the corner.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. That's what I almost jumped on last year.
I remember.
Yep.
It was cold last year.
It was cold. Yep. It sure was.
More than 400 luxury boat slips.
Oh.
Fully stocked store for all of your boating needs. Full service marina. That's the Twin Creeks Marina. That's where we are.
Yes, we are.
TwinCreeksTN.com. You can check out more information there. Stumbled onto a little topic today as there is literally zero going on. Outside of the SEC baseball tournament, there's nothing.
Nah, besides Parsley winning, but outside of that.
Our promise to you is you're still going to have fun listening to the show.
You're going to have a blast.
And interacting.
Ooh, whoa. Lord have mercy. Oh, that was the pizza and the wings. Excuse me. I'm sorry, everyone. My bad. That was obnoxious.
Babs had hiccups the other day. And I tried to alleviate her from her hiccups, so I scared her as she walked by me.
Yeah.
And she goes, blah, blah, blah. They're already gone.
Yeah. You almost scared them back into her.
Ah!
Yeah, that would have got her. See,
I'm trying to scare you.
No, I don't got the hiccups. I just had a big hiccup.
What if Kirby came out of the water with a hockey mask on, like Jason?
Kick him in his face and roll.
You wouldn't be scared, or
no, not Kirby. I know it's Kirby.
Well, you don't know it's Kirby. He's got a
I
hockey
can
mask
tell.
on.
I can be able to tell by his little frail body.
What's the most obnoxious fan base out there?
You know what?
We've talked about best. We've talked about worst. What's the most obnoxious? 615-737-1045. By the way, in an elimination game going on right now in Hoover, Alabama, Kentucky has taken a 5-1 lead over Vanderbilt.
Wait a minute.
In the 6th inning.
Ooh-wee.
Corb seems frustrated.
Hey, man, don't you have to be after all that success?
What was he saying the other day, that losses mean more to him than the players right now?
He doesn't understand how his players can
get over it quickly.
Get over it. And he was like, why doesn't it work for you? And he was like, man, well, maybe I'm specially touched, or I'm touched and should be in a
specially touched.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Sounds like an '80s pop song.
But he said he should be in a mental hospital or something because he cares.
Trembling Hills.
He was like, he cares. He gives a Shiano.
He actually said it.
Yeah, and not Shiano. But he gives a Shiano and really feels that once he stops carrying to that level, he'd probably be in the ground
That'd
somewhere.
be a hell of a reality show.
But he didn't say he'd be retired.
No, Corbin.
He said he'd be in the ground.
Corbin in the mental institution. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson breaking.
Boy, that's a scary movie.
I love that movie.
Nurse, what's her name? Nurse Ratchet?
Was it her name?
Nurse something. Yeah, I think it might have been Ratchet. I don't know. A lot of people weighing in on Twitter at 3HL1045. Wait, I forgot Mississippi State fans all have cowbells. You want to talk obnoxious? My fiance and I saw the Texas-Mississippi State game at the Liberty Bowl last year. Easily the loudest and most obnoxious fan base ever. That's from Gary.
Wow.
Mississippi State jumping into the mix.
They got to be in the mix, though, because they are.
Go Dogs. See?
Go Dogs, okay.
Wait a minute. Wait.
See, that's the mixture.
Which Dogs and Roll Tide also?
House divided. Okay, so one of y'all is with you Georgia, you Alabama. All right, that's cool. See, I'm fine with that. What?
39 years.
He's like Babs. She's like a co-host. She loves Auburn and Duke basketball. You can't do that though. That's cheating. That's cheating. Hey man, so it's true. It happens.
She's wearing a Floribama shirt too.
And
she's been to the mountaintop.
Yeah, and guess what? I found it interesting. I just had a gentleman.
How do houses divided work, man?
Man, it's a lot of fights. I mean,
it's hard.
Man, the domestic disputes got to be all the time, man. Because, I just can't.
Hunk's in one. Hunk lives with a Bama fan. He's an Auburn fan.
Well, we know who's winning that. Tory's winning that without question. So, Hunk's just along for the ride.
Yeah, Hunk's so confused that he likes Tennessee, too.
See what I'm saying?
Again, I just hate Alabama, okay? I just hate Alabama.
You like Buddy at the game, okay? You know what, though? I had Kirby just told me, you'll be surprised how many Tennessee football fans like Kentucky basketball. And I told Kirby, I better not never run into him.
When I was at Tennessee.
It's going to be a physical altercation.
When I was at Tennessee, I was very surprised the first time I went to a Tennessee-Kentucky basketball game to see a number of people that I went to school with wearing Kentucky gear.
I wish I would have.
They go to Tennessee and go over to Thompson-Boling Arena and cheer for Kentucky, wearing blue.
Do you know how much trash talk I would have given them during school? This is away from Thompson-Boling. This is up by Humanities. This is in the Student Union, the Student Center.
I spent a lot of time in Humanities.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you, over at the UC, too,
the UC.
There's no way I can catch you. Now, I tell you a problem we did have. We did have some Memphis basketball fans at times at the games. But we would drag Memphis, so it ain't. Y'all can cheer for them all you want. It ain't going to help. Kentucky, I would have a problem with because there's going to be a little different competition right there. So, but I don't understand. I don't want you to be around me. You're not a friend to me if you like Tennessee, but you like Kentucky basketball. So just if there's anybody out there, I'm just throwing this out there. Befriend yourself from me.
615-737-1045. What's the most obnoxious fan base? Let's go to Eddie on line one in Nashville. Eddie, what's up, man? Who you got?
Brett and Slay. How you guys doing?
How you doing, Eddie?
By the way, I'm going to keep score on this little thing.
I thought he was naming when you said Brent and Slay. I thought you were saying we were the most obnoxious. I thought you gave.
We might be. Okay. From time to time, I'm sure.
No.
Okay, thanks, Eddie.
No, I'm a transplant to Tennessee, and I'm going to do a little hybrid of most obnoxious plus Trash Talk Friday and say, oh, how I hate Ohio State.
Oh yes, I like that.
Ohio State is the most obnoxious fan base. They think they're Alabama, but they're not anything.
They think they're Alabama, but they're not anything.
Get them, Eddie. Oh, yeah. I like that right there.
I'm writing all this down, man, because there have been some Ohio State votes on the Twitter feed.
Hey, man. Wow. They thought they were going to be able to skate away, and Eddie didn't allow that. I like that, Eddie. You call them, bring them to the flow.
Gator Mike next up on 3HL. Gator Mike, most obnoxious fan base.
Well, hold on. First off, Brent, I got 28 years with my lovely bride tomorrow.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Well, that's a long time she put up with you, bro.
She deserves Medal of Honor or whatever. You know that.
I love Medal of
Ron,
Honor.
You know I love you, dude, and Brent, I love you, but I got to go Tennessee. You know this. Okay. Every year, this is our year. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're very passionate. There's nothing more powerful than ball Twitter, right? Like the whole Greg Schiano thing.
Yes.
But Ron, I didn't realize till doing my research for this call real quick, I didn't realize that 99-2000 team where y'all were very solid, I didn't realize you had swept us that year.
I was a what?
Did you sweep Florida that year?
Yeah, what you mean? What you mean? Oh, wait a minute. You can't believe we swept double overtime down there in the swamp. Yeah.
Double overtime.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I didn't realize if you all wouldn't have lost to North Carolina, we would have played again in the Final Four.
Yes. That was the whole problem.
I didn't know that.
I totally forgot about that. I had to read that. I'm like, oh, crap, so Ron's going to be able to talk smack about me now, but that's all
right. So if y'all would have beaten North Carolina, then Florida would not have had back-to-back titles?
No, this was before then. This was
99.
Yeah, Mike. They lost to Michigan State in the national championship.
We played Michigan State.
Yep, Mateen Cleaves and them guys.
I got
which I couldn't stand that dude. Mateen Cleaves.
Yeah. You talking about a dude that got everything out of his talent, boy. Lord of mercy.
Yeah, no doubt. But anyways, yeah. I mean, but I've got Brent. You know me. I'm a gracious winner and loser. I love the passion with Tennessee. But I hate the narrative every year, like, oh, this is our year.
Well, we'll go ahead and start that right now, Gator Mike, because I think I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I think Tennessee's gonna beat Florida this year.
Yes.
It's in Knoxville, so you got a good shot. But, I'm liking the Billy Napier thing I've seen so far, but we'll see.
No, Napier
was coaching them. We saw them sitting in the stands. We were like, oh, we on y'all head, man. I was like, y'all, boy, we getting them out of here. Carolina, they done. We on y'all head. And, man, ended up losing. Then we would have played Florida.
All those football players.
And we knew we had Florida number. Like, we only reason it was a double overtime game in the Swamp then is because Florida, man, that Mystique, that's one of the most difficult places to play, man.
Only when, like, big teams play there.
Yeah.
Because I remember the second year of the back-to-back national titles, Corey Brewer and Horford and all those guys, they only sold out, like, a couple of games, and Tennessee was one of them.
Right.
So it's funny, man. They had trouble drawing. It's funny you mentioned Mike Miller. We were talking about him during the break yesterday. So Mike Miller came on 3HL one time, and I can't remember if it was because he played for Memphis or he was starting coaching or whatever he was doing, but we were talking to him. And I happened to read that he had a monkey, like a pet monkey, like Ross on Friends.
Yeah.
By the way, David Schwimmer said that was the most difficult thing he's ever done in his acting career was go back and forth with that monkey.
Really?
Yeah, because the monkey, I mean, he doesn't really stay on cue, necessarily. Yeah. The monkey's just going to do his own thing.
He ain't going to do what he do.
And then y'all can rap, whatever you're shooting for friends around me because I'm in here. I'm in here, and y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
They're monkeying around.
Exactly. So Mike Miller said that he was like, yeah, I do have a pet monkey. He's like, funny story. A couple weeks ago, he said, I was out to dinner with my wife, and we hadn't had a chance to go out to dinner in a while, and so we were really looking forward to it, some time alone, and just kind of enjoy each other's company and things like that. And he goes, we were sitting there for about 10 minutes. My phone rings, and I look at it as my neighbor, so I don't answer. Calls right back. And so he's like, well, maybe I should answer this, see what's going on. So he answers the phone, and the guy said, hey, Mike. Mike said, yeah, man. He goes, you might need to come on home. He said, why? He goes, well, your pet monkey is out here in the street riding your dog up and down the street.
Is that a rodeo?
Can you believe that?
No.
Your monkey got out and then opened the gate, got your dog out, and is riding up and down the street on your dog.
You know what happened? That monkey got out and went to the dog and said, hey, man, you want to go down and take a little ride down the street?
Yeah, man.
Man, they took a little ride down the street. Hey, man, I can only imagine. Somebody should have videoed that, man.
Yeah.
I wish they had cameras in his house and stuff. He would have won America's Funniest home videos without question.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on Twitter. Most obnoxious fan base tweets are rolling in. Mark says, y'all proving my point. What? It's Tennessee. Y'all are good at baseball? You don't get credit for that after telling Vandy for years that baseball didn't count. You got the wrong show, bro. We've liked college baseball on this show for a long time with a bunch of different hosts on this show.
Listen, I'm just now into baseball, but I will say, I love when the SEC represents.
You're into baseball in general.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I give Vandy their props. Anybody that can rule in the SEC. They're outside of cheering from, I'm for you.
There was a show that used to be on this radio station that would go after college baseball fans all the time.
Oh, really?
That's not us.
Okay, yeah, that ain't us, man.
No, we have respect. You like whatever sport you like.
Plus, we wanted to smoke with everybody. Bring it.
We kind of go after soccer, but we're just kidding.
Right. We rock with soccer. My whole thing with soccer is, man, I've seen what –
I'm kidding. Yeah,
and
Don may not be kidding.
No, Don may – Babs ain't kidding.
Yeah.
But I saw what, and I hate to say real soccer because they are playing real soccer over here, but I saw my first taste of soccer was in Europe.
Right, so you saw the best of the best.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yes, and it was serious. So
now you come back to the MLS,
and I'm like, let it grow, y'all. Don't act like we invented it here. You know what I mean? That's my whole problem with it. Those fans get obnoxious. And start acting like that, you know what I mean? This soccer, it's been here. No, it ain't.
They'll throw bombs in the stadium and stuff.
No, they get loose. Man,
they set fire in the bleachers.
Listen, dog, man, I'm playing in Turkey, in Istanbul, and Istanbul, Turkey, Galatasaray, and that's the team I'm playing for. Dude, we playing a rival Fenerbahce in Istanbul, Turkey. In the game, they stopped the game a minute into the game. And people were going, People going in the bathroom to tear off the toilets, the commodes, and they throwing the commodes towards the court. So I'm sitting there at half court.
That's some serious trash.
Dude, I'm like, what? So my thing is, like, everybody's drinking and having a good time. So when this stops and we continue the game, where you going to go when you got to use the bathroom? Like, you just broke off all the commodes and threw them out here on the court. Like, that's, some fans do some crazy stuff, man. So it's some wild stuff.
Well, they're just not thinking ahead.
And that's silly.
Yeah.
That's foolish.
Yeah.
So I saw them. They will also light the coins and get it red hot and then sling the coin.
Like with a lighter?
Yeah.
And then throw it on the court?
Throw it on the court because your first instinct is, let me pick this coin up and throw it off. You pick that coin up you want to. Well, the little finger's going to be gone.
Sometimes you can't help the first instinct. Like I was telling you this the other day. So we were in industrial arts over at J.T. Moore Middle School in the 7th grade or maybe it was the 8th grade. Anyway, Mr. Wiss was our teacher. We called him Mr. O because he had that O bald spot, you know. And
the yarmulke spot.
Yeah, and so, we had those what do you call them? The X-Acto knife or the – what do you call those things? Anyway, it's got like a silver handle and then just like a razor blade that pokes out the end of it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, this girl dropped hers, and like if you drop something, your instinct is to try to catch it with between your thighs.
Yeah.
And she did that.
God.
She stabbed herself.
Like a box cutter almost.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Woo.
Yeah.
Boy, ain't no stopping that.
No.
Woo.
Ain't no stopping the obnoxious fan bases either. Who's the most obnoxious? 615-737-1045. We'll keep you updated with Vandy in Kentucky. Swaggy P. Knuckles on Twitter. I hate to admit it. I'm an Ohio State fan from Columbus, Ohio, and I am part of the most obnoxious fan base in the country. I'm ashamed of myself sometimes.
Man, see?
That's real when you can tell on yourself.
That's knowing you. That's looking in the mirror and saying, hey, you got a problem, and I like it.
It ain't going to change the problem.
Nah, why would you?
Yeah, I mean.
Like, continue. If you think I'm obnoxious Tennessee fan, don't expect it to change. I'm just acknowledging what I am. Don't think it.
You are wearing Memphis blue today.
Oh, this Tennessee State blue.
Oh, TSU.
Yeah. Yep.
TSU blue. They've got a.
Wouldn't dare wear Memphis blue or Kentucky blue.
They got an event coming up June 25th, I think.
Yes, they do.
At the Gentry Center.
Yep, going to be rocking.
The basketball game.
The celebrity weekend coming in here. Coach Penny and them guys.
Coach Penny. Yeah. All right, more 3HL when we come back. Twin Creeks Marina, Thames Fort Lake. That's where we are. About an hour, a little more than an hour from Nashville. 615-737-1045. HL 104.5 The Zone. We're out on the lake, man. Tough. We've got a great work environment today. Twin Creeks Marina, Tim's Ford Lake. Why don't you just knock the whole table while you sit down?
I know. Just a little bumpity bump. That's all.
TwinCreeksTN.com is the website. They've got Firefly Point. You need to check that out. Event space for corporate events, weddings, funerals, family reunions. Probably not funerals.
No, I don't think you want to check them out for that.
Hey, Santi Vescovi.
Yeah, back.
Is back officially.
Hey, you know what?
Surprise to you?
See, I was saying, you know where to leave me, don't you? Since it's Trash Talk Friday, man, let me just say this.
I'm really intrigued.
Santi pulled his name, and I'm so happy, man. We got Vescovi back, man in the ship. But I really want to know, like, where were you going? Like, you know what I mean? And I don't mean this in no bad way, but like, where were you getting ready to go? Like overseas? I don't think you need to test for that. Like, you ought to be able to get over there.
I'll bet he'll make a lot of money overseas.
Oh, he'll
be a star,
perfect
man.
player. Yeah,
all those women are gonna love him over there. He'll be like they'll be screaming. The woo girls be after him.
Dude, his game is tailored for that, man. Let me tell you about that NBA life, dog. That's a little different, man. When you out there defensively on that island and they going at you, woo-wee. There's a lot more space on that NBA court, man, and ain't no help side defense. you gotta strap up for more than 2 or 3 dribbles. You know what I mean? And there ain't no knock to him. It's just shoot. I wasn't the best defensive player either. So
man, that guy has developed a stroke.
No, he got a flamethrower. Is what he got. I mean, a real live flamethrower.
You get him in a catch and shoot situation, he's making it like 7 out of 10 times.
Man, that man there can stroke it, man. I'm telling you, man.
Hunk, why don't we do this? Why don't you tell the good people out there about Bring Me the Horizon?
What's that?
And then we'll offer up a chance during this segment for people to win Kenny Chesney tickets. We'll get both of these things done right now.
They could meet Babsy.
Hunk?
Well, yeah, so with Bring Me the Horizon, you need to be listening for your opportunity to go see Bring Me the Horizon at Nashville Municipal Auditorium on Wednesday, September 28th. And you need to be listening all week long in the mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. here on 104.5 The Zone.
There you go. All right, your chance to win Kenny Chesney tickets coming up this segment. Okay. So stay tuned. 615-737-1045. You mentioned Santi, or I did. Then you talked about it.
Yeah.
Josiah Jordan-James also coming back if people haven't seen that.
Big time. Big time.
No surprise there either. But Tennessee's in position to have the kind of roster that could make that run.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, I was hoping that they were going to get the transfer in from Iowa State, who would have had a great impact, but he just committed to Texas. So good for them. Chris Beard starting to get guys in there that can really make a difference. But man, I think Tennessee, man, I think they got a core of guys that they can really depend on and lean on when you're looking at front court guys in Kumwa. Being right there to man the middle and being able to have that post presence that you missed last year. Euro's coming back. He should be improving like he did towards the end of the year.
See, and I think Euros knows what he is, knows who he is comfortable with who he is probably going to be more of what he was, which is maybe towing that line of being the enforcer guy.
Yep, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
Because you got to have that guy. Then you got a dude who started to come on, and I can only imagine what Big G, the strength coach, is going to do with his body as far as putting muscle on. So you got your front court.
5-star kid coming in.
Yeah, you got him coming in. Then you got, the guys and Zakai. You got him back, Josiah, Santi, B.J. Edwards. I can't wait to see exactly what happens with him to transfer in from Indiana State who can really score. So you got a lot of people, man, that you can go different directions, and I think it fits with Coach Barnes' system as far as having guys on the wing that can really defend and are athletic. I'm interested to see the jump that Meshack comes back with, because he in spurts last year he was a guy that even in losses, and I remember that Texas game at Texas, He was the guy, even though they lost that game, they were down 20, but made a run towards the end of the game. He was the guy that, to me, that sparked that coming off the bench. It was more like
very athletic guy, tons of energy.
Plenty of energy, rebounding. Want to see if he develops that shot a little bit so he can stay on the floor a lot more. So they got a lot of things, man, you can key in on, man. And I think we got some strong rosters coming back in the SEC this year. It's going to be good to see.
615-737-1045. A little topic on the table. What's the most obnoxious fan base and why?
Yeah.
We've had some Ohio State consistency.
Yes.
We've had some Tennessee.
Yes.
And then we've been kind of all over the board. Mm-hmm. Grown men barking at each other. Calling the hogs.
I don't even want to do that. I hate that.
Colonel Reb. Next
Reb.
up. So that tells you everything you need to know about Colonel Reb coming up.
Ole Miss right here.
What's up, Reb?
Hey, man. I'm calling out the UT football fans for being the most obnoxious.
You may have
and
a
you
point
know
there.
why. Come on, man. You guys got to agree with me on this one.
And tell me this, Reb. Tell me this.
We already said Tennessee for sure in the conversation. There's no
trying
question.
to win the number one spot in everything, Reb.
Yeah, we're Tennessee fans trying to win this little debate.
Tell us why. Tell us why you think they're the most obnoxious fan base.
Man, I tell you what, after throwing all that stuff on the field at the Ole Miss game, you got to see bottles and beer cans and saw a golf ball, saw a bottle of mustard.
Golf
They
ball.
ran everybody off the field, including the cheerleaders, and the band's got to get out of the stadium too. Come on, man! They were running their own people off. You got to ride with me on this one.
Hey, now, Reb, I don't think you're gonna get a lot of pushback. Well, not for me anyway. But
and then Tennessee almost came back and won.
Yes, they did.
Until Joe Milton
became
Joe
Milton.
Milton.
Game now. Hey, you can't argue the quality of the game. It ran late.
Oh, that was great.
And,
it was great.
Hey, everybody was up to their eyeballs in emotions and spirits and everything else. So, hey, I get it. I get it. There was a lot of questionable calls and so forth. But, at the end of the day, it was on national TV.
Yeah.
And it did cast a dark shadow over the fans. And but you know what? Hey, I'm pulling for UT in baseball this weekend. I'd like to see those guys win the SEC championship and go on in the onto the next step. So,
Reb,
anyways, but
can I ask you? Let me ask you something, Reb. Let me ask you something too before you go
man.
off. Give me a number two. A number two. Who would be your number two of obnoxious fans?
And you can't say Mississippi State because that's too easy.
Nah, man, I got to go with the Hogs. I gotta go with the Hogs. The whole calling the Hogs thing and the pig suey and all that. Yeah, man, they get pretty fired up too. But hey, I got a cocktail while y'all are down there at Twin Creeks Marina. You got to try.
Okay.
It's called a whale flower. Okay.
The whale flower.
It's gray. Yeah, it's gray whale gin, a splash of grapefruit, a splash of soda, and a little bit of elderberry liqueur. You guys give it a try. Have a great holiday weekend. Be safe out there. We'll talk to you later. Enjoy your show.
Thanks, Reb. Appreciate it, man.
Elderberry is supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I would say. This is not only get you fried, but get you healthy fried.
Yeah, I think that goes back to Jesus' days.
Yeah.
Elderberry.
Bring it back here. Keep the party going.
So Jesus is in favor of this drink, I think.
Yeah, make it wine.
That's what I take from this whole thing. Yeah.
Well, I can rock with that. I ain't mad at that. So it looks like Tennessee, Arkansas, Ohio State, in the running
Ohio
for first
State's
place?
in there, and it's weird because we're in the South.
What's up, man?
So Ohio State kind of hits people a special kind of way.
They do, man. They do, and I think they right on with that too.
Let's see. Gary on Twitter, it was indeed Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
There we go.
There
we go.
Mm-hmm. She was scary, man.
Yeah.
She was the scariest part of that whole thing.
that did
she had no emotion, no anima. She just was
no emotion.
Just like a really mean robot.
Stop playing with my emotions. How you doing, sir?
He said outstanding.
Outstanding. There you go.
Let's see. Magic Mac says, not everybody can be a bunch of snobs like the folks in Oxford. Vol Nation don't care if we threw a few mustard bottles.
Ooh. And see, you know what? I was thinking that the game was about to be over. And there you go. Ole Miss, there they go, baby. I know the Rebels.
He said hotty toddy. I'm just reading a tweet from Magic Mac. That wasn't me that said that. I recently went to Oxford
ain't
for
got
the
over
first
this
time.
song.
As a matter of fact, we went to
Hey,
Get in my belly.
I love it.
I went to Oxford for the first time a few weeks ago for an 11U baseball
sure
tournament.
did.
Yeah, we
You
had a
sure
good
did.
time there. Won the tournament, too.
Down in the Grove.
Yep.
You like the Grove? Number one party spot in college?
They sell it by the square inch, just like Manhattan.
That is just like Manhattan.
They sell it by the square inch, yeah.
I like that.
All right, more 3HL trash talk. Twash talk.
McChesney.
Twice.
Twash. Of like
Twabbits.
Who says that? Elmer Fudd?
Yeah. Hunting wabbits.
Yeah, I need to do something. Hang on. Hang on, Slay. We'll be right with you, bro.
You know what?
Oh, here it is.
Oh, okay.
1045 The Zone has your last chance tickets for you to see Kenny Chesney's Here and Now tour that's happening this Saturday at Nissan Stadium. Be caller 5 through to Joseph Hunkapiller for your chance to win. 615-737-1045. What you got?
I was going to say, man, I thought that when the game was over, I thought the fans may have thought they were going to try to do recycling. So they start throwing everything on the field to make it easier on the pickup of the recycling.
Oh.
That was my thoughts.
It's just a good thought. Just trying to get everything together.
Yeah, man. You know, the thoughts from an obnoxious fan.
Leave it better than you found it.
Yeah, that's it. Who wants this stuff in the stands? Get this down on the field. Y'all can use it.
It is funny, though, to find out that Neyland Stadium is like, I mean, this is such a Southern thing. They actually have those mustard bottles at the concession stand. It's not like a pump thing. It's like a legit, no package. It's like a legit mustard bottle you got at the store.
Yeah, that's what's real. And we letting you know, man, this is a good time, man. This Southern hospitality, use as much as you want down here.
615-737-1045. When we come back, Slay said something that I've been thinking a lot about.
What'd I say, Yor?
I'll tell you when we come back. 3HL 1045 The Zone. What up, Nashville? It is 3HL 1045, the Zone Friday edition. Hope you're having a great day. Memorial Day weekend is at hand. And we are sitting on a floating restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Twin Creeks Marina and Resort Village. TwinCreeksTN.com. That's where you get more information about this amazing plot of land and lake. Nashville's hidden lake getaway, Winchester, Tennessee, on Thames Ford Lake. Miles of hiking trails. They have a waterfront RV resort. They have waterfront cottages, too, that you can rent as well, and tons of stuff going on. This restaurant right here is on the water. It's anchored. They have anchors going all around the perimeter of the restaurant, they say. But,
holding us down?
This is a very relaxing environment, man.
Yeah, without question. Like, I'm going to be honest, man. Anytime you can get on the water, being on the water is fun, period.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that, dude. Ain't nothing like being on the water. You ever want to relax, go out there and get you some fishing. You never been fishing, go out there and fish a little bit or come on down here to Twin Creek.
You were trying to feed the turtles.
Yeah, because, listen, man. I
heard a lot of commotion going on in that water over there.
Yeah, man. The carp were trying to take the turtle food. I'm trying to give the turtles food because, you know, they having a hard time out there, man. Like, the turtles come up to get some of the food, and the carp jump on top of them and start knocking them back down. I'm like, dang, y'all trying to drown the turtle. And I'm scared, you know, he going to put his little neck in his shell, and he ain't going to know where he is when he pop out. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling what lake or river he could be in.
He don't care. He don't know.
He's just out here, huh?
He's just out here.
but
especially carp, man.
No, carp greedy. Those are greedy animals right there,
Plus,
man.
you can't eat them, really. You know,
You better not eat them.
They just serve no purpose whatsoever.
They the cleaners. Like taking your clothes to the cleaners, they take the lake to the cleaners.
Like Leon and The Professional?
Could be, yeah. There you go.
If you haven't seen that film?
Yeah, good.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Natalie Portman's in that. She's like younger or whatever.
Yeah.
But, that's a good film, The Professional.
Yes, it is.
So, by the way, Blaine has been hacked on Instagram. He's been hanked and hacked on Instagram. I texted him. I'm like, hey, man, you still need money? He's like, I've been hacked. I was like, I know. I'm just giving you crap.
My boy.
So, John Glennon with an interesting tweet. We were talking about before the break. I said there was something that you've been saying that I've been thinking a lot about. You've really made me think, Slay.
Okay, well, listen.
So,
I love it.
I'm in my car. I'm driving out here, and I'm thinking a lot about what you had to say.
And what was that?
And it's resonating. And I'll tell you in just a second after I talk about this.
Okay.
Tight end is a position that was underserved last year, right?
Yes.
Like you thought that Ferkser, I did anyway, was going to make a big jump, would be a viable target, would be able to, on occasion, stretch the defense vertically a little bit, which would free up other passing lanes and things like that. Didn't happen. Production wasn't there. His ability to, take coverage with him wasn't there, which means tight passing lanes all over the field,
right? Stuff
like that. Should be better, I would think, with Austin Hooper and the rookie tight end as well, and if Jeff Swaim. But we'll see. But John Glennon with this tweet. So the Titans signed tight end Austin Hooper to a 1-year, $6 million deal. The Browns, who Coach Mack said on our show this week, the Browns are weird. He was talking about something else, but anyway. They signed tight end David Njoku to a 4-year, $57 million deal.
They chose.
Numbers for both during the past 2 seasons in Cleveland. Hooper, 84 receptions. Njoku, 55 receptions. Hooper, 780 yards. Njoku, 688. Hooper, 7 touchdowns in 29 games. Njoku, 6 touchdowns in 29 games. Titans get Hooper for $6 million, 1-year deal. Again, the numbers for Njoku, 4 years, $57 million.
Wow. So, man.
On the surface, on paper, point John Robinson.
Yeah, without question. And
why the Browns always the Browns, man?
They love to Brown.
Why can't they escape the Browns?
I don't know. And I think you look at it and you see signings like Jadeveon Clowney, and they brought him back and said they're going to run it back on a 9 and 8 year? they're going to run it right back.
What's funny about that is he could have gotten more money elsewhere.
Yeah.
But he wanted to stay in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
I think he learned. I think he learned it's easier because he did have a solid year.
Right, but who wants to stay in Cleveland? Like,
That's
you
the
have
problem.
a chance to get out.
Myles Garrett. That's why he stays.
Well,
it's easier playing alongside him as a bookend.
Dude, when he comes up.
Oh, we talk about Big Jeff. Man, will they have anything to give him after giving Deshaun Watson $240 million guaranteed?
I mean, entertainment factor, too. I mean, he's out there swinging helmets at people.
Yeah, and you talking about an athlete? This dude, man, goodness gracious, man. That's a big old dude that can move. I love when they show his clips from dunking basketballs and stuff. It's like,
oh, that's crazy.
Man, that's a big old guy, man. You know what? We're talking about clips, and I know I'm going a little bit off, but
it's Friday, man.
Yeah, it's Trash Talk Friday too. Man, I tell you what, I know it's just a video. I know it ain't nobody out there. I know it don't mean nothing. But Derrick Henry, boy, that video of him running up that hill, cutting.
Yeah, cutting on the hill,
on his toes, man.
Yeah, I don't think the downfall is coming this year.
That's a big. We talking about a big old dude.
Yeah.
God, that man is huge, man.
He's an alien, man.
Dude, that man. Hey, man. So,
see, that's the kind of guy you get into like a charity basketball game with.
Yeah.
And I've been in these things.
Yeah.
And these football players get in these games, man. They're trying to win.
Oh, it kicks in.
God, get out of his way, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to take a charge?
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, man, you bet not. You bet not.
You come right down the lane, man. Olay, baby.
Yeah, come on. You got this, buddy. Nah, man, because I can see him for 1 second instinctively going back to football and lowering his shoulder.
Oh.
And I can't blame him because that's his sport. But he just happened to be out here on the basketball court. So, man, that's a big old dude, though, man. But I'm glad we got a guy like Austin Hooper, and hopefully that does open up and create separation also for the receivers. You know what I'm saying? You talk about opening up lanes and things like that. Man,
to
have a threat like that over the middle, going up the seam, like that's big time, man. So you got to have that.
That leads me to what you've had me thinking about. Before I get there, though, Kentucky with 3 more in the 7th. They now lead Vanderbilt 8-2 in an elimination game.
Man,
Corbin's head is just going to pop off his shoulder.
When it rains,
maybe Vanderbilt just needs this.
Okay.
Right? Like
recalibrate this up.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because that year they won their first national title. They finished 6th in the SEC. They won their first game in the tournament. They lost their second game. And, they went home early.
Yeah.
And I talked to some people on that team that thought that actually helped because they were able to go home, clear their head for a little bit, and then get back after it, set the pitching rotation, set the arms and all that stuff. Maybe it's just good just to break free from this season.
Yeah, man, sometimes you got to go out there and rebuild, man, and it starts from sometimes just making everything crumble. Blow the building up. Crumble it down and let's start over
again. Sometimes you got to take a step back before you take 2 steps forward.
Come on, man. Ain't it better to get a running start?
Paula Abdul taught us that.
See, and she knew. She did a video with a cat.
Yeah, DJ Quick Cat. Is that what his name was?
Was that his name?
It's DJ something cat. I forget.
I love how you always know where I'm going.
Nurse Ratchet. I don't know. Paul Abdul, though, that video is something.
What was the name of the song?
Because opposites attract. 2 steps forward, one step back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
Do that time on 3 times. Here's what you've been saying that got me thinking.
What's that?
And I think that you're right, Slay.
Okay.
I'll tell you when we come back.
Wow. What a team.
Broadcasting live from Twin Creeks Marina. I'll go ahead and ask you the question. What has you most concerned about the Titans this year? Because that's the path I'm headed. 615-737-1045. We've been told to get a whale flower drink. Maybe we'll do that. The show will really liven up here in a second. 3HL 1045 The Zone.